bloody hell.
Welcome back to Nix, you magnificent collection of bad instincts and unpaid insurance claims. This is Nova aboard with Commander Jambrick, currently docked at Stanton Gateway on the Nix side of the connection. Where the lights work, the doors usually open, and Alpha 4.9 is already clearing its throat like it intends to lie to us. Last time, we took Recco Battaglia's ship in distress contract, boarded the Caterpillar, started clearing hostile borders, and were making respectable progress right up until Commander Jambrick spotted a grenade launcher. He put the repair tool into his backpack to grab it. The inventory system collapsed into an endless loading spiral, and the grenade launcher successfully neutralized the most dangerous target aboard. Our entire fucking mission. Couldn't retrieve the repair tool, couldn't repair the power plant, couldn't complete the contract, didn't even get to enjoy the grenade launcher. That is not tactical acquisition. That is losing a war against your own backpack. Today, we are going back. We are completing Battaglia contracts, building people's alliance reputation, investigating what the Marine are doing out here, recovering whatever day black boxes, survivors, weapons, and dignity can still be recovered, and testing whether this allegedly stability-focused update can survive one ordinary evening without shitting through its own pressure suit. There will be no mining. None. We are not cracking rocks, extracting ore, discussing mineral yields, or becoming emotionally invested in a laser pointed at geology. Bitch, please. Jambrick is a bounty hunter and frontier operator, not a man who travelled to Nix to professionally irritate asteroids. Battaglia's progression still gives us a non-mining road toward the Alliance Golem and Prospector through reputation and scanning work, while boarding, rescue investigation, salvage, data recovery, and black box contracts promise actual danger instead of geological paperwork. The Mole reward can remain a beautiful industrial monument to labour we absolutely refuse to perform. The preferred target remains ship in distress. Around 300 reputation survivors barricaded aboard a Caterpillar, hostile boarders inside, and a pirate cutlass parked nearby like a complimentary evidence locker. The Caterpillar may appear hostile when we arrive, so nobody fires until we positively identify the ships. We rescue the crew, clear the borders, repair the power plant, leave the area, confirm completion, and only then start stuffing weapon racks into our pockets like civilized professionals. Commander, before departure, verify the multi-tool, repair attachment, full RMC canister, ammunition and medical supplies are physically accessible outside the backpack dimension where unfinished contracts go to fucking die. We are clear of Staunton Gateway, course locked for the distressed vessel, and Commander Jambrick is taking us back to the scene of last session's most humiliating casualty, basic inventory access. While we travel, welcome to the inaugural hearing of the Nix Frontier Mission Insurance Tribunal, convened to determine who was responsible for the catastrophic failure of the previous rescue operation. Present for the prosecution? Common fucking sense. Present for the defense? Commander Jambrick, who is elected to represent himself because apparently one disastrous decision was not enough. The facts are as follows. During an active boarding operation aboard a distressed caterpillar, the commander possessed a functioning repair tool required to complete the contract. He then discovered a grenade launcher. At that moment, his brain performed a hostile takeover of itself. The repair tool was placed into a backpack pack. The grenade launcher was acquired. The backpack promptly became an infinite spinning void from which no equipment could escape. The power plant remained damaged, the survivors remained stranded, the contract failed, the grenade launcher was never meaningfully deployed. Prosecution, your opening statement. Ladies, gentlemen, and heavily armed scavengers of the tribunal, this was not an accident. This was premeditated greed with a carry handle. Seth, the commander, knowingly exchanged guaranteed mission completion for a large metal tube that promised future explosions. He chose boom over competence, and the universe punished him with the harshest weapon in its arsenal, an icon that loads forever. Defense, your response. Your honor, the grenade launcher was shiny, compelling, truly devastating legal strategy. Bitch, please. The defense further argues that no reasonable frontier operator could have predicted the inventory system would transform a backpack into a sealed extra-dimensional tomb. That argument has some merit. Alpha 4.9 was advertised as a stability-focused release, and yet here we are discussing a rescue mission defeated not by pirates, component damage, decompression or gunfire, but by luggage. Imagine explaining that to the survivors. Good news, everyone. We killed most of the people trying to murder you. Bad news, the engineer put his wrench away, and reality forgot how pockets work. Please remain barricaded inside the command module while he stares at a rotating circle and whispers obscenities. The insurance company would classify that as operator error complicated by infrastructure betrayal. In ordinary language, Jambrick made a questionable choice, then the universe leaned over and kicked him directly in the dick. Now, the commander does have a respectable operational history. He has survived missile-heavy engagements, disabled ships, boarded hostile vessels, recovered cargo, escaped ambushes, and flown fragile craft with enough restraint to disengage before they became expanding clouds of replacement claims. So the tribunal acknowledges that he is not generally incompetent, he is selectively incompetent. This is actually more dangerous because it creates confidence. A completely incompetent pilot checks everything because he is terrified. A competent pilot checks most things because he knows what matters. Commander Jambrick checks the important things right up until he sees an unattended weapon rack, at which point the ancient mammalian portion of his brain starts banging pots together and shouting, "Free gun! Free gun! Free gun!" The tribunal will now hear testimony from the grenade launcher. Sir, did you ask to be taken? No. Did you contribute to the mission? No. Did your presence indirectly cause the abandonment of a distressed civilian vessel? Yes. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Chunk, motherfucker. The witness is dismissed. Now let us examine today's corrective action. We are returning with the repair equipment accessible, RMC available, ammunition stocked, medical supplies aboard, and a fresh commitment to prioritize the contract before looting every unsecured object in Nix. That does not mean we ignore the pirate cutlass. The cutlass may contain weapon racks, components, crates, and other valuable evidence that mysteriously becomes ours after proper documentation. But completion comes first. Survivors secured, borders eliminated, power plant repaired, safe distance established, contract confirmed. Then we loot. That order is not negotiable. Well, it is technically negotiable, but only if the commander wishes to appear before this tribunal again, where the sentencing guidelines include public ridicule, restricted backpack privileges, and having every future grenade launcher fitted with a label reading, "Complete the fucking objective first." The tribunal has also reviewed the caterpillar's tendency to appear hostile or become automatically selected on arrival. Therefore, our weapons remain cold until Jambrick confirms which ship is carrying the survivors. Nobody turns the rescue vessel into a burning monument to target assignment software. The pirate Cutlass can wait the extra few seconds required for positive identification. It has already made the mistake of parking beside us. Final judgment. The previous failure was 40%. Commander Greed, 60% frontier infrastructure, and 100% embarrassing. Sentence. Return to the vessel, finish the job, collect back Gliogli reputation, and recover enough valuables to make the entire incident look like a sophisticated two-session strategy instead of what it actually was. And Commander, when we board this time, the repair tool stays somewhere reachable. You see another grenade launcher. You may admire it from a respectful distance until that power plant is fixed. The first one already achieved a flawless mission kill. It does not need a sequel.
Engines offline.
All right, gorgeous. Keep it tight. We tag survivors first, boarders second, and only then do we get to indulge in Jambrick's pocket museum of shiny shit. Quick check. You do have the repair tool in your hand and not sacrificed to the backpack gods again? Checking. Oh, that's nice. The size 2 Absolute Zero is a grade B competition cooler from ACOM, built for racing performance. If it's compatible with what you're running, absolutely worth hanging on to. Scoop anything else of value while we're here, but then we clear borders and fix that power plant before your backpack gets any funny ideas. So, yeah, fine, toss it in. We stack what's easy, but don't get married to the loot pile. Borders first, Jambrick. Survivors first. Nix doesn't get second chances when that cat decides to wake up cranky. Checking. Sonic Light is a size 1 grade C stealth power plant from Tyler Design and Tech. Not bad at all. If you're building a parts cache, take it. Just don't let a shiny pile make you forget there are armed idiots next door. Alright? Grab, stack, move. Then we go and make those borders regret answering Batalia's distress call. No. Step away from the launcher, you overarm magpie. Secure what we've already grabbed. Keep your repair tool in your actual hand. We finish the contract, and then you can come back. And if it's still there, pick it up without angering the inventory gods. Are you speaking my language? Finish the job, get the rep, keep the loot, and don't let a second grenade launcher derail a rescue op. Nix is watching, and so am I. Copy that. Keep comms tight, check corners, keep cover, and don't get... Drop him. Good. Breathe, reset. Duck, left. Clean. Keep scanning, don't bunch up. Check those doorways and make sure that repair tool is still on you. Copy. Slow. Pie the corners. No sprinting. We do not need... Hold. Listen. Wait for the footfalls.
Let's go!
Copy. Yep. Use cover. Wait for the peak. Short bursts. Don't overchase. If they fall back to a choke, let them. You own the angle. Breathe.
Let's go!
Ready? Hold. Don't force it. Could be a desync or a lock. Listen for movement. Let the angle work for you.
Move on!
Careful. Vertical transitions are... Alright.
Let's go!
Use that height. Okay, then hold the angle big. Back off the hinge. Make him swing. Good kill. Quick mag check, then tap the panel. If it's still stubborn, don't wrestle. We pivot. Confirm. slow. Check the angles. Then breathe. Mark cleared, regroup mentally. Alright. Try it. Copy that. No heroics with a bugged door. Root around, stay disciplined, keep your repair tool ready. You're doing fine. Acknowledged. Prioritize safety. If they push you, cut them down. If not, get to that power plant. Stabilize it. Survivors depend on that more than another clear bunk. Fall back. Break line of sight. Cover first. Don't trade empty. Reload behind cover. Good. Hold. Listen. Let the dust settle, then move slow. Anchor the handle. Let him fall. Excellent. Ladder secure. One more sweep, then it's power plant time. Yeah. Jigo. Confirm. Hold. Steam looks...
Moving forward.
Be methodically, though. That's how it's done. Prioritize that plant. Tool in hand. Let's bring this bird back to life. That's mission accomplished without the backpack eating our future. So secure the area, get clear, confirm completion, then and only then can you go see if your shiny is still there. Job done, Commander. Go on then. Carefully, nice and gentle. See? Finish the job and still get the shiny. Amazing what happens when the sequence is correct. Contract saved. Loot secured. No repeat of the great backpack debacle.
Everything checked out. Consider the contract complete. Shield system offline.
Welcome to the People's Alliance Provisional Employee Performance Review for Commander Jambrick. Contractor identification. The bastard who nearly lost a rescue mission to a grenade launcher, then returned and stole the grenade launcher properly. Attendance, acceptable. Combat efficiency, strong. Hostile borders were cleared through a disciplined mixture of corner checks, elevated firing positions, ladder ambushes, and one minor administrative failure involving the commander discovering his magazine was empty after pulling the trigger. Management would like to remind all contractors that ammunition inspections are traditionally conducted before attempting to shoot a person. Technical performance, excellent. The Caterpillar's power plant was repaired, the barricaded crew survived, and the Cambio remained accessible throughout the critical portion of the operation. This represents a 100% improvement over the previous attempt, during which the repair equipment entered a backpack and ceased to exist under known physical law. Loot discipline, disturbingly improved. The contractor located a second grenade launcher and, against every natural impulse in his body, left it alone until the rescue objective was complete. Afterward, he returned, stored the weapon, collected its ammunition, and confirmed that inventory functionality remained intact. The review board has examined the footage 3 times and remains unable to explain this outbreak of maturity. Reputation outlook, positive. One completed ship in distress contract puts us closer to associate status, where Battaglia may start trusting us with missing person investigations and moraine data retrieval instead of testing whether we can distinguish rescue work from an armed shopping trip. Now, a statement from the Alliance Workplace Safety Office. Commander Jambrick demonstrated appropriate restraint by not firing on the Caterpillar merely because the targeting system painted it hostile. This is important, as destroying the vessel containing the survivors is considered a procedural error, a public relations complication, and under Nick's law, a bit fucking rude. Areas for improvement include magazine awareness, grenade vigilance, and not attempting to negotiate with broken doors. The door aboard the Caterpillar was permanently sealed, possibly due to mechanical failure, corpse interference, or the vessel simply deciding that one entrance was enough for today. The commander correctly routed around it rather than spending 20 minutes pressing the same panel while inventing new profanity. Final evaluation? Exceeds expectations, with reservations. Commander Jambrick completed the rescue, eliminated the boarders, repaired the ship, secured valuable components from the pirate Cutlass, acquired the grenade launcher that defeated him last time, and escaped without feeding another essential tool to the infinite loading backpack. Promotion recommendation, approved. Access to unsupervised storage containers, pending psychological review. Overall rating, 4.5 damaged Caterpillars out of 5. The missing half point is for running dry in front of a hostile. Bitch! Please. Ammunition is not an optional ship component. We're heading back to Stanton Gateway for fuel resupply and another Battaglia contract. The first debt is paid. Now we find out whether Alpha 4.9 can survive success without becoming jealous and breaking something expensive.
Shield system online.
We're back at Stanton Gateway, and Commander Jambrick is currently converting one pirate Cutlass Black into a tidy stack of stolen industrial optimism. Welcome to today's episode of Spectrum Court, where Alpha 4.9 stands accused of first-degree stability theatre. The prosecution alleges that CIG advertised a quality-of-life release, then allowed a backpack to become a black hole, a caterpillar door to unionize, and multiple pieces of mission-critical infrastructure to continue operating under the engineering philosophy of fuck it, maybe after a relog. The defense argues that tonight's contract completed successfully. Objection. One working mission does not absolve the defendant. Sustained. The defense further notes that inventory remained functional, while Commander Jambrick stored the cambio, acquired the grenade launcher, collected its ammunition, re-equipped the tool, and returned home with the loot. That is true. The court acknowledges that Alpha 4.9 successfully performed the advanced computational task known as putting an object in a bag. Polite applause is not warranted. Now, some citizens claim this patch feels better than 4.8. Fewer catastrophic failures, clearer combat feedback, improved audio, less time spent staring into freight elevators like they contain the answer to human suffering. Others argue that fixing one elevator while breaking another is not progress. It is simply moving the curse between buildings. The court calls Commander Jambrick's backpack to the stand. Backpack, did you trap the repair tool during the previous operation? The backpack declines to answer and displays an endless loading indicator. Your Honor, the witness is hostile. No, the witness is Stanton certified. Here is the real problem. Veteran knowledge of workarounds has become an unofficial profession. We do not merely fly ships anymore. We diagnose haunted doors, negotiate with cargo grids, perform ritual crouches near elevators, and know exactly how long to stare at a terminal before accepting that reality has resigned. That is not piloting experience. That is frontier witchcraft with insurance premiums. And yet, tonight matters. The distress contract completed. The survivors lived. The boarders died. The power plant came back online. The grenade launcher was acquired after the objective, instead of replacing it. For once, the universe accepted the correct sequence of events without vomiting a database error across the floor. So, the verdict is complicated. Alpha 4.9 is found guilty of reckless optimism, habitual infrastructure negligence, and impersonating a stable release. However, the court grants limited parole because Commander Jambrick completed an ordinary evening activity and returned with more equipment than he left with. Sentence: continued observation. Any further inventory failure will result in the patch being inside its own backpack and stored indefinitely. Meanwhile, Commander, keep offloading the useful components first. Absolute Zero, sonic light, beacons, ammunition, launcher. Organize it now, because dumping everything into one station container is how future Jambrick ends up searching through 37 undersuits and a decorative spoon while pirates shoot at him.
is at 100%. Your systems are offline.
All right, that's our stop for tonight. We came back to Stanton Gateway with one completed ship in distress contract, a repaired caterpillar, a living barricaded crew, a pile of dead moraine boarders, and the single most important victory of the evening. Commander Jambrick successfully acquired a grenade launcher without sacrificing the entire operation to his backpack. That is growth. Disturbing, measurable growth. The run was not flawless. We had a broken door, hostile grenades, a surprise empty magazine, and the usual Nix infrastructure behaving like it was assembled during a bar fight. But the contract completed, the loot came home, the Absolute Zero and Sonic Light joined the parts cache, and Alpha 4.9 managed to keep the inventory system functional when it mattered. One Battaglia contract is not a reputation empire, but it is progress. We proved the route works, the rescue can be completed, and the non-mining path remains open. No rocks were harmed. No asteroid was professionally annoyed. Beautiful. The contract board is refusing to offer another ship in distress, so we are not going to waste the evening glaring at it until bureaucracy develops a conscience. We'll return later, keep building People's Alliance reputation, chase the investigation, recovery, data, boarding and black box work, and see how long 4.9 can maintain this fragile illusion of competence. Final score? Survivors rescued, hostiles eliminated, power plant restored, loot secured, grenade launcher redeemed, dignity partially recovered. Commander Jambrick, excellent work tonight. Secure the ship, lock the inventory, and do not touch that grenade launcher until we are somewhere its explosions are legally amusing. This is Nova, signing off from Stanton Gateway. Fly dangerous, loot responsibly, and never trust a backpack with mission-critical equipment. Bitch, please.